bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
The South China Sea simmers with tension. Territorial disputes, historical grievances, and strategic rivalries converge in these vital waters. China asserts sweeping claims over the region. This claim encroaches on the maritime zones of neighboring countries. The Philippines, a nation at the heart of this maritime row, has consistently challenged China's assertive actions. In a surprising turn of events, Google Maps has become the latest player in this geopolitical drama. The tech giant's decision to label a portion of the South China Sea as the West Philippine Sea has ignited a firestorm of controversy. This seemingly minor cartographic adjustment has reopened deep wounds and reignited a debate over sovereignty, international law, and the role of technology in shaping global perceptions. Google's move has been met with both applause and condemnation. The Philippines has lauded the decision as a victory. They see it as recognition of their sovereign rights in their exclusive economic zone. China, on the other hand, has reacted with fury. They see it as an infringement on their territorial integrity. This seemingly technical issue has quickly escalated into a diplomatic row, highlighting the fragility of peace and stability in the region. At the heart of this dispute lies the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. This treaty, ratified by over 160 countries, defines maritime boundaries and exclusive economic zones, or EEZs. Coastal states have rights over resources within their EEZs, extending up to 200 nautical miles. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled in favor of the Philippines, invalidating China's 9-line claim. China, however, refuses to recognize the ruling, escalating regional tensions. The Philippines views Google's labeling decision as a validation of their long-standing position. For years, Manila has been locked in a David and Goliath struggle with Beijing over control of the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines sees Google Maps' adoption of their preferred terminology as a form of international recognition of their sovereign rights. The move has also been welcomed by Filipino citizens, who see it as a symbolic victory against a powerful neighbor. The Philippines, acutely aware of the disparity in military might, has increasingly turned to legal and diplomatic avenues to challenge China's assertiveness. China, on the other hand, has reacted with predictable anger and defiance. Beijing views Google's action as a provocation and a violation of China's sovereignty. They accuse the United States of orchestrating the move as part of a broader strategy to contain China's rise. Chinese state media has launched a barrage of criticism against Google, accusing the company of bias and interference in China's internal affairs. Beijing has warned of potential consequences for Google's business operations in China, a lucrative market for the tech giant. The labeling issue has become yet another flashpoint in the increasingly strained relationship between China and the West. Google's decision has thrust the company into the center of a geopolitical firestorm. The tech giant, accustomed to navigating the digital world, now finds itself wading through the murky waters of international relations. Google has attempted to downplay its move, stating that the labeling is merely a reflection of local usage and not a political statement. The company maintains that it strives to provide accurate and objective information to its users worldwide. However, in the realm of international disputes, neutrality is often an elusive goal. The very act of choosing one label over another, particularly in a highly contested region, can be perceived as taking sides. Google's actions have raised questions about the responsibilities of technology companies operating in an increasingly interconnected world. As tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Twitter become the primary sources of information for billions of people, their decisions on how to present and label the world carry immense weight. The line between neutrality and advocacy can become blurred, particularly when dealing with issues as sensitive and complex as territorial disputes. Charting a course technology's role in a contested world. Google's labeling of the West Philippine Sea has far-reaching implications beyond cartography. It shapes public perception, influences diplomacy, and impacts millions relying on the South China Sea. In the digital age, technical decisions have profound geopolitical consequences. Companies like Google face complex ethical and political dilemmas. They must balance accurate information with navigating political sensitivities. The Google Maps controversy asks, who decides how the map is drawn? Tech companies must wield their power judiciously and transparently. The future of contested regions may depend on it.